Hello, Peter Williams here, checking in for the evening. I've been making some pretty good progress on my game design course today. I finally finished the animation section, which felt like it was taking an age to do, but yeah, so now I feel like I'm on the homeward stretch with it now. Homeward straight, even, whatever the phrase is. Sort of working on the user interface section now, and the user experience sections of the course. So I'm sort of towards the last couple of modules basically now, which feels pretty good, to be fair. To finally be sort of near the end. I think the last module is sort of making a prototype game. Well, I say prototype. It's sort of the beginnings of a portfolio, kind of, and working on putting everything together, basically. So yeah, it feels pretty good to finally sort of be making pretty decent progress for a change, rather than feel like I'm going round and round in circles, which I kind of feel like I've been at that stage for a while now. So yeah. Yeah. Feels pretty good to be making that progress. So I'm just doing some more painting. Yeah, it feels like I was stagnant for a while, so it feels good to make some decent steps for a change. Yeah. So to finally be able to tick off some things feels pretty good. Anyway, I remembered to take my meds today, unlike the other day where I completely forgot. So So yeah, today's been maybe that's why I made that progress when I did. Yeah. Trying to think. I've got a few appointments coming up this week. I've got one tomorrow with the Supported Employment Service people. They are going to help me with this charity work. They've agreed to be one of my references that I needed. When I applied for this charity work with this housing charity, I needed 2 references. So they've agreed to be one of the references, and they're going to help find another one, just to help nudge the application along, and then we'll see, I suppose. I mean, I feel pretty good about this this volunteer role. I think it will be I think, like I said, I think I said in a previous video, it feels like it's actual volunteering that I feel, where I can actually make a difference to someone proactively, rather than being, sort of, I don't know, way in the background. I'm actually going to be interacting with the people that need help. So I don't know. It just feels I don't know. It feels like a good thing to do. Like, I don't know, like I'm actually helping people, and connecting with other people. So yeah, that feels like a pretty decent thing to do. I mean, not that there's anything wrong particularly with things like working in charity shops and stuff like that, but I don't know, it just feels a bit disconnected, and I don't know, far away from anything that actually makes a difference. Whereas working with P3, which is the name of the organisation, I think, I don't know, it just feels like I'm going to be having a bigger impact and a more direct impact with making, other people's lives better. I don't know if that sounds a bit selfish. But it just feels like the right thing to be doing, really. So yeah, give it a go, and yeah, hopefully it all goes well, really. So yeah, we shall see. I don't know how long the vetting process will be. Obviously, they've obviously got to talk to the references and, you know, build an opinion of me. So yeah, just wait and see now. See what they say, and yeah. Trying to think. So that's tomorrow. That I'm working with that I'm going to see the supported employment service people. Wednesday is my nephew's birthday. The nephew that I sometimes go to watch rugby, it's his birthday on Wednesday. I've also got a hospital appointment in the morning. I've got sleep apnea, and so I've got to go and have a check-in, make sure that all my equipment is working correctly, which I'm not entirely sure it is, to be honest. I have to wear like a full face CPAP machine. I don't remember what CPAP stands for. I think it stands for like constant positive air pressure. So it's basically, sleep apnea basically means that it's a bit more than snoring. It's I basically stop breathing at various times during the night. I think at one point I was stopping breathing like 60 something times a night. So I was basically stopping breathing once a minute during my sleep, which obviously is not ideal. So yeah, got to wear this mask thing in my sleep, and so Wednesday I'm going in to make sure that everything is as it should be. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I don't know. It's yeah, and then I'm trying to think. There's a couple of other things on Wednesday. I think I've got a telephone appointment. I think as well with this health coach lady. She's sort of giving me tips on how to lose weight and what foods I should be eating and stuff like that, to help me lose weight and just sort of generally eat better rather than, you know, the junk that I normally eat. And then I don't know, I feel like I'm forgetting something. And then I don't know, don't think I have anything on Thursday. I've got this guy coming in on Friday to help me with like my daily routine and sort of my executive function stuff. So yeah, it feels like I've got a lot on this week. Sort of out of nowhere. So yeah, feels like there's a lot. It feels like there's a lot going on. But it's all good stuff. So it's just yeah, trying to balance it all out and hope that I don't get burnout or overwhelmed or anything like that. So yeah, we shall see how the week goes. Like I say, out of nowhere, it feels like I've got loads on all of a sudden. But it's all good stuff, so just roll with it, really, I guess. I'm just doing a bit more silvery stuff on here. I don't know if that is focusing especially well, but yeah. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about stuff. So yeah, I've been completely off antidepressants for a couple of days now. I've sort of been weaning myself off. Well, under the guidance of the pharmacist at my doctor's, I've been weaning myself off antidepressants for the last couple of months, and it's now gotten to the point where I'm you know, no longer on them. It's been a couple of days now. I don't know if it's been. I don't think it's quite been a week yet, but yeah, it's the first time. It's the first time I've been off antidepressants in about a decade. So yeah, that's yeah, a pretty significant achievement, I think. And I feel pretty good, really, in myself. It's been a bit of a journey, you know, my mental health, and again, it's another I guess it's another small little win, I guess. You know, my mental health hasn't always been great. It's been pretty... It was pretty down for a long time. It, yeah, wasn't great for a long time. But the last, I don't know, year or two, maybe a bit longer, it's been in a pretty good place. So sort of spoke to the pharmacist, the sort of, I don't know, is he a pharmacist? I think he's a pharmacist at my doctor's, and yeah, he seemed to think it was a sort of a good time to sort of bring them down, and so far so good, really. It's been going pretty well, actually. Initially, I don't know, I felt like it was kind of time. My ADHD medication has been helping a lot, and yeah, I found my ADHD medication has stabilised my depression quite significantly. So yeah, it felt like the right time to transition off them, really, and so I did. But yeah. Yeah, so it feels like it's all coming together, really, in a pretty good way. So yeah. Anyway, I feel like I've kind of gone on several tangents in this video. But yeah. So yeah. Let's get a proper look at this guy. Yeah. So the last thing I need to do is paint its face. But then, apart from that, that's pretty much done, I would say. Not quite sure what colour I'm gonna paint the face, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. So yeah, trying to think, can't think what else to say really. Yeah, I managed to do a bit more nighttime photography on my walk this evening. So yeah, it was a pretty clear night sky, and the moon didn't come up until quite late for some reason. But so got some pretty decent photos of the stars. I think got a very faint picture of the Milky Way while I was out there. So yeah. I think that's it really. Yeah, definitely time for bed, I think. Didn't have a nap today, so I managed to stay awake the full day. My sleep's been kind of all over the place recently, so yeah, feels like it's sort of fixed itself and is coming back into a more sensible routine, so that's good. Another little win. But anyway, I am going to go to bed, so yeah, ta-ta for now, and I shall see you tomorrow.